benedictionem suam in vobis imperare. O Deus omnipotens, in nomine Patris et Filis et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
Neither Nan Earl, Mozart's sister, nor Leopold, his father, attended the wedding. But the following year, Mozart and Constanza made an attempt to heal the rift. Mozart wrote to his father, promising to visit Salzburg, and also inviting him and his sister to the premiere of his Great Mass in C minor, a work he'd written for Constanza.
My dearest father, about my moral commitment, yes, that's quite correct. I made the promise in my heart, and I hope to keep it. And as proof, I have the score of half a mass that is lying here waiting to be finished.
The promise was a pact Mozart had made with God. Before they married, Constanza had been very ill, and he vowed that if she recovered and married him, he'd write a mass in thanks. And the sublime composition he produced is one of the greatest religious works he ever wrote. Mozart and Constanza had named their firstborn son Raymond Leopold in honor of the father who had rejected Constanza.
I found it hard to love my father and sister-in-law. God knows I wanted to. I longed to be accepted by his family, but there was no room in their hearts for me.
With reconciliation on Mozart's mind, and with some trepidation, the couple left the baby in the care of a foster parent and travelled to Salzburg.
My dearest sister, I hope you will not be offended by this step which I am taking solely from a sincere longing to communicate with a person who, though unknown to me, is yet very precious, as she bears the name of Mozart. I esteem you most highly as the sister of such an excellent brother, and I love you, and even venture to ask for your friendship. May I in exchange offer you mine? I trust you will accept it. And please tell your papa that I kiss his hand.
Perhaps Mozart hoped the Mass would act like a kind of peace offering for his family. He seemed to be saying, social status, money, these things may be important to you, but they don't matter to me. This is the woman I love. I love the fact that he wrote this solo part for her, rising phoenix-like out of that dark, pulsating opening. It starts in C minor, outwardly a very tragic key, but somehow here it's not sad. It has tremendous life force. It's as if he's saying, Constanza, in my world, is close to God.
Mozart never completed the Mass, perhaps symbolizing the failure of the reconciliation between Constanza and his family. And while they were in Salzburg, they received tragic news. During their absence, baby Raymond Leopold had died.
Over the next 5 years, Wolfgang and Constanza saw his father only once more. The rift never healed. But Mozart found in his new wife as much love, comfort and musical inspiration as he needed.
I don't think the Mozart family ever believed that my sister was their equal. Certainly not musically speaking. But the truth is that in her love of music, he had met his match. She could sing.
That's it.
She could play the piano. She loved Bach and Handel. And surely he would never have loved her as he did if she hadn't shared his passion.
Now let me.
Mozart had studied fugue as a child, but it was Constanza's passion for the form that reignited his. The fugue form is actually an incredibly rigorous type of musical composition, which is all about imitation. What happens is you get the first voice coming in with the theme, or subject as it's called. At that point, the second voice comes in with the answer, which is actually exactly the same as the subject, but either pitched a fifth higher or a fourth lower. Then, when that started, the first voice doesn't go silent. He continues, but now playing what's called the counter subject. Like a form of very high mathematics, but of course it's even more than that, because it's not enough just to obey the rules. You've got to make really convincing music at the same time. And it's this very layering of motifs that you get in fugue that was to add such excitement to his symphonic writing.
He was keen to impress on us that Constanza was behind this newly awakened love of fugue. Well, I seem to remember him delighting in this form when he was living with us. I wonder if she ever realized that despite my brother's brilliance, he really was a child. And remained a child, that was the problem. He always needed a father, a mother, someone to look after him. He had no idea about money, no idea how to manage his life and keep the chaos at bay. If only he could have found someone to look after him as I had done.
By now, Mozart had